مشاهدينا الكرام، اهلا وسهلا فيكم، مساء الخير بحلقه جديده من برنامجكم سبوت اوف هوب، بقعه امل. اليوم بشرفنا نستضيف معنا شخصيه ناجحه جدا ومحبوبه جدا ايضا بالكوميونتي، علي الهاشمي. علي، اهلا وسهلا فيك.
السلام عليكم.
حبيبي، عليكم السلام, and thank you for being here. Appreciate your presence.
Thanks for having me.
Having you.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate having you in the community as a very successful young man. We'll talk about more about your story. مشاهدينا الكرام، علي هو صاحب محلات Uppercuts. هو عنده هلا حاليا محلين بديربون، وان شاء الله على مسافه قريبه جدا من انه يفتح المحل الثالث. شخصيه جدا مثيره للجدل بشكل ايجابي، باضافه لانه عنده محلين وثلاث على الطريق ان شاء الله. ايضا هو بيقص شعر لكثير من لاعبي كره السله والفوتبول بديترويت، فهذا بدل على نجاح كبير وعلى ثقه كبيره طبعا من الكوميونتي والجميع المحيطين فينا. قبل ما نبلش حوارنا بوجه تحيه لواتس اب ميديا نتورك، على طول فتحنا الاثير لحتى نضوي على هيك مواضيع حلوه وايجابيه. وواتس اب ايضا بدنا نحيي السبونسرز، كل السبونسرز، سلينج ارابيك تي في، اكثر من 130 اذاعه عربيه، المشاهده بلس بي ام سبورتس. فلا تحصلوا على مشاركه مجانيه، ما عليكم الا ان تتواصلوا مع الواتساب نتورك وتحصلوا على مده اسبوع. وايضا تحيه كبيره للسبونسرز تبع السبوت اوف هوب، سام بايدون وين كاونتي كوميشنر، وايضا سنشر 21 كيرن ان نيفرسكي، وايضا علي شراره ايضا بالريل استيت سنشر 21، ومروان فرج من لامو اكسبرس. تحيه كبيره لكم على مساعدتكم لنا بحتى نضوي على هذه القصص الحلوه كل اسبوع، كل نهار ثلاثه بالتحديد. مشاهدينا الكرام، اي تعليق اي سؤال تفضلوا اطرحوه، ونحن ان شاء الله نتناوله. وما تنسوا انكم تشاركوا الفيديو لحتى يوصل هذه القصه الحلوه والايجابيه والتفاؤل لاكبر عدد من الناس. علي، اهلا وسهلا فيك مره ثانيه.
اهلا وسهلا
حبيبي. thank you for being here, and you speak English better than Arabic.
English better than Arabic.
So,
yeah. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. We'll go with English then. Ali, but tell us about your background, where you were born, raised, your family, and your surrounding.
Yeah. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, my parents are first-generation immigrants. They came here from Iraq, and they came out here back in the early 90s, and they came out here looking for a better place to raise us. Obviously, you know, Iraq was a little bit tough at the time, going through a tough time with war and all that. So they came out here and looking for a better, successful life for all of us, you know. So yeah, I was born here. I moved to Michigan. I was born in Arizona, moved to Michigan when I was about 8 years old, and yeah, I've been here ever since. I'm loving it here.
Nice.
Dearborn's home.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is home. I mean, nothing like Dearborn, honestly.
Yeah. No, Dearborn's one of a kind, definitely.
Yes, it is one of a kind. So you've been here since the year of 2000?
No,
2002.
pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Just about.
Early
Just
2000, and then
Just
where
about.
you live in Dearborn since then. Where do you live? When you first came, where do you live?
You know, I told you I was born in Phoenix,
Yeah.
but when I first came, we lived in Dearborn. You know, we were renting a place out here in Dearborn.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in Dearborn.
With your
ever
family,
since.
how many siblings do you have?
With my family, I've got 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Nice.
Yep.
God bless your family.
Thank you so much.
And then
Yours as
today, thank you. Today, you live the same place?
No, you know,
You moved?
it's been a while. Yeah, we moved a few times.
Okay.
You know, we moved a couple houses. You know, we just got a new house about a year ago. We've been living in that one ever since. But yeah, we moved a few times.
Good.
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
I'm not in school right now. I went to school. I graduated from Fortune High School, and then I went to Henry Ford Community College. I did a couple classes there, but after that, I didn't finish. I just went and started my own business.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uppercuts.
Uppercuts Barbershop.
Uppercuts Barbershop.
Uppercuts Barbershop. Yep.
So you call it Uppercuts?
Yeah, Uppercuts Barbershop. That's the name.
So
You know?
is that the name that you came up with?
That's the name I came up with. Uppercuts was, you know, it's catchy. I like the name a lot, but you know, over the years, it's kind of grew UC. You know, that was a nickname. You know, everybody started calling it UC.
Okay.
And that's kind of like, that's the logo that we got now, trademarked everything for me. So yeah, I kind of drifted from Uppercuts to UC. So you know, we're kind of known by both now.
How the whole idea started so you went to Henry Ford College and you found it wasn't the best fit for you? So you saw that you were not school oriented as much as you were more of a business
So-
model.
So, you know, I started cutting when I was only 14 years old. I
Okay.
did it as a hobby. I thought it was really fun.
Really?
Yeah, I
So
love
where
doing
you
it.
used to do that?
I started. Well, I went to Iraq for
Okay.
for a summer.
Okay.
And I learned how to cut hair over there.
Okay.
You know? And I just learned the basics. I didn't learn
Mhm.
other things. So I came back to America. You know, just had some friends, started messing everybody up in my garage. You know? Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure now they appreciate you.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, my guys from back
Okay.
in the day, yeah, we're still cool. But you know, I started cutting in my garage for a little bit. You know, just started practicing on my friends and whatnot. And then over the years, you know, I got older. I went to barber school, got certified, started working at my first place, and you know, I just I went out from there. But I worked at my first place, and I was doing really good there. I was making a little bit of money. And I loved school, I really did. And I wanted to finish school, and till this day, I really want to go back and finish school. I just couldn't at the time because, you know, like I lost my father. He passed away when I was really young, and he was a provider for our family. So I was forced to kind of, you know, like make money at the time. You know, I wasn't able to go to school and have that luxury of just not paying bills and all that. You know, I had a lot of overhead on my shoulders at a young age, you know, so I had to do what I had to do, you know. So I just stayed. I opened up my shop, and you know, I told myself that I'm gonna do it for a couple of years, and then maybe I'll go back to school one day. But you know, it's been good. It's been nothing but successful ever since, and I haven't had a chance to. It just keeps growing, you know. I haven't had a chance to go back.
Alhamdulillah. Allah yarham your dad, by the way.
Thank you.
And,
Alhamdulillah, I appreciate it.
proud of you, the fact that you stood up as the man of the house and the man of the family, the
course.
provider, the supporter.
Yeah.
So that's very important. And here we go. So you started your first shop. How many chairs you had, if you don't mind me asking?
That's funny.
Just-
Yeah. So my first shop, I only had we had 3 chairs, I think it was.
Three chairs
I had-
total, including yourself.
including myself. It was 3
Okay.
chairs, and I started off. It was just me and one other person.
Okay.
She was a girl actually. She cut men's hair.
Okay.
And it was me, her, and I had a guy. His name was Hassan. He was just cleaning, you know.
Okay.
And you know, I just had so much clientele for myself that I was able to, you know, feed the barbers that were with me. You know,
Okay.
the girls that was with me. And then over the years, you know, just time after time, like my brand was growing, and I just got so much. I had so much clientele I couldn't take by myself. So I hired more barbers, and they started taking that load off of me. You know?
Okay.
And then yeah, just you know, like the more time went by, the busier we got, and the more people I had to hire.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
we
you
started
start
off
with
with just 3, you know.
three
We started off
chairs.
with 3 chairs, 2 barbers. I hired a third not too long after. I hired that third barber, and then yeah, we had 3, you know, in the first couple months.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then today, you employ 36 barbers.
Yeah, yeah. Today,
MashaAllah, taman,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You know, I like to say that like we're a good, you know, pillar in the community. Our place is well known. We bring a lot of the young people in. I like to be the role model. You know, teach them a few things, show them how things are done, give them a future when they're ready, give them a job, you know, in the future when they're ready.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now we've got about between the 2 shops we've got about I want to say 26 employees. That's including myself. And then we've got the new place on the way. It's going to have at least like 20 more, you know.
MashaAllah.
So yeah, we're going to have in
The
total.
third one be which area? So you have 2 in Dearborn.
So in Dearborn right now, we have the
Uh,
third one on the way in Dearborn Heights.
Okay, Dearborn Heights.
Mhm.
How far is that going from opening?
Not too long.
Not too
you know.
long,
Yeah,
inshallah
about a
khair.
month and a half.
Are you
hopefully.
like an opening ceremony?
Inshallah, that's the plan.
Cool.
Yeah, want to, yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your goal after that? I mean, 3 shops, and the goal is obviously to keep expanding that brand.
I
Yeah,
mean-
to become one franchise or
You know, it's funny because if you asked me what my goal was 3 years ago,
just to make some living, huh?
yeah, you know, and then it just like, you know, over time everything keeps changing. Just things are just growing really fast. You know, everything is just growing really fast. So I wouldn't really say. I don't want to say what my future goals are right now because you know, to some they might sound crazy. They might sound like far-fetched.
Nothing
But-
wrong with that.
but yeah.
Just to get an idea, because
Exactly,
mashallah,
yeah.
at the age of 26,
But
just
you
to,
know,
yeah.
everything changes over time.
Okay.
You know, so my goals now might not be what they are in a few years. You know, so we'll see
Okay.
what happens. Type of thing.
Cool. Nice. Well, we definitely wish you nothing but success and more
Appreciate you.
prosperity. We will talk a little bit now more, Ali, about your vision.
Okay.
So now you've got, you said 26 barbers, including yourself, so 25 beside you.
Yeah.
How much of hard work you're still putting into it, or you think that yes, now I've got 25 other individuals, they are like my family, and they can take off some of my load, and I can sit back and relax, or you still have the same mentality like how you started a few years back?
Yeah, well, just to correct you, we don't have 25 barbers. We have like 17, 18, but we have 25 in total employees. So we have people that clean up, cashiers, all that, wash the hair. But yeah, a lot of people think that where I'm at now would probably, I'd like to relax, chill out a little bit, not work so hard. But I have been doing nothing but working even harder, if anything, I don't plan on slowing down at all. I don't plan on sitting back and relaxing. I'm way too young to do that. And I just plan on just keep on pushing, just keep pushing, working harder than ever now. Sure. The bigger that we get, the more motivated I am to keep going.
Absolutely. And I asked that question because we have so many people, they think, so many people out there, they think that, once you reach a certain level of success, they believe that it is a time to relax and to sit back.
Yeah,
but
not me.
Exactly. That's obvious. I mean, for
keep
third
going.
location, inshallah, and fourth and fifth and sixth and 10th. Why not?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You were mentioning that you like to transform your barbershop just from a place for people to come and get their hair done and everything else to more of a community meetup? I mean, to mentor these kids and young people. How do you do that?
So we get a lot of, we have a big diverse crowd, different ages, different ethnicities, backgrounds. People come from all over, different cities. So what I like to do is I like to target my younger generation.
Yes.
And I like to just, always I like to lead by example in a lot of things. So, I see people when they're successful, they try to, show things off, be flashy, this and that, maybe try to show off what they got. I walk around with a very humble attitude. Everybody who knows me knows that's who I am. Good. It's not a front, just who I am. I say hi to every single person I see. Good. We can have 40, 50 people in one store at one time, and it happens every day. And I walk around and say hi to every single person. So what that does, what I feel like that does, is it just shows people that you got to be kind no matter what, no matter how busy I am at the moment, no matter how jam-packed with thoughts or just errands that I have to run or anything, the things that might be going through my mind, I have to always just remember to say hi and smile, So that's one thing I like to do. A lot of things I like to do with the younger kids are just keep them, remind them to show love to their parents no matter what, because you never know who's going to be there for you and how long they're going to be there for you, your parents. So when I talk to my people when they're on my chair, I tell them hey, make sure you take care of your parents, stuff like that. Try to persuade them to stay in school. Try to persuade them to stay away from drugs, because drugs is a big thing in our community right now. So I just try to lead them in the right path as much as I can. I don't sit down with each person individually and give them all the whole life story, but
yeah, I understand.
I try to leave my seed to every single person I touch. Just
Great.
Little mentor, yeah.
Great. We're going to come back to you, but we just want to go back to our audience and say thank you once again for watching, and big shout out to all the WhatsApp Media sponsors, and also to the Spot of Hope sponsors, Thing Arabic TV, 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, and Mashahada Plus. Please, if you want to, gain a free membership for a whole week for free, all you got to do is just get in touch with the WhatsApp Media Network. And then also big shout out to Ali Sharara of Century 21, Sam Baidoun, Wayne County Commissioner of Century 21 as well, and Marwan Faraj, Limbo Express. Thank you all so much for your support and your continued encouragement. Also, our audience, please do not forget to post your questions and your comments anytime, and we will be able to ask these questions for you. Ali is definitely, you're lighting up our show tonight with your great story and your great attitude, and with this great principle of hard work and maintaining, you're holding your ground. So also beside that, Ali, before I had to make that little announcement, you were saying that how you like to remind kids how to be respectful, polite, behave well, follow good models like yourself, get away from drugs, stay in school, this and that. What else in the community that you do or you're planning on doing?
So, we try to give back as much as we can, as a community, We do free haircuts once a year. We do...
free haircut, like let's say one day?
It's one
You
day.
say, hey, September X, for example.
Yeah, we'll announce it prior. We'll let everybody know what's going to happen, what day. And then, we'll come in on our day offs most of the time. And then, the first year I did it, it was only me and, 5 barbers that worked with me. But then... we had more barbers come in. Remember last year we had 8 barbers, and each barber took almost 10 people. So that was 80 people we caught for free.
Awesome.
It took almost it took almost a whole day, and it was very exhausting and tiring. But we do it for the community. People like to come in. A lot of people that just were hesitant to come in for whatever reason. They hear it's a free haircut, okay, let's stop by. So yeah, we do that every year. Every Thanksgiving we go out, I gather up all my guys, we go as a crew. We head downtown to one of the homeless shelters. We give out, free food, free haircuts. Nice little event we do on Thanksgiving,
Nice.
Yeah, little things here and there. And a lot of the things I feel like I do go unnoticed because, I don't like to, televise everything we do and all that. But I feel like, being a good role model in people's eyes. I have a lot of people following me. I have a lot of people that look up to me, so I try to always post the right thing and say the right things to people.
See, posting things in that nature would be good in the sense that you're not doing it in an intention to publicize what you're doing, but as much as to encourage people to do the same and to show that even the simple act like giving a haircut or a free meal, you can make somebody's day. So as much as something might sound very simple and minor to us, but for somebody else who's in need, might sound really, really the big deal. Great. Ali, let me ask this question too. Are you planning on maybe opening up in the future your own, I'm not sure, a barber school or certification program or something like that?
Yeah, so it's funny you bring that up. I'm actually in the process of working on that right now.
Okay.
So a lot of people always reach out to me. Cutting hair is kind of the cool thing to do now, and everybody's...
It's art.
Yeah, it's always
honestly,
been art. But it didn't always have the effect it has now. It didn't look as cool back in the day as it does now.
No, with the media and all
But the opportunities, being a barber brings you are endless. You can meet anybody at any time, which is a really cool thing. So a lot of people are coming up to me asking me to cut hair, whatnot, and I train people, but I can only train 1 or 2 at a time. I don't do whole classes. I just do mentors.
Sure. But is that something that you're considering though? You said that you're working on it. Is that something that you'll be opening up a course or something?
Yeah. So because I can't do more than 2 people at a time, my goal is to open up a barber school and kind of just have everybody apply, going through financial aid, doing things the right way, and getting everybody certified, and just holding classes, maybe 20, 30 people at class,
Nice.
And that's my future goal. I want to work on that.
And you'll be the teacher.
Hopefully, yeah.
Nice.
Teacher, yeah.
Great. That's so awesome. You'll be transitioning from not only giving haircuts and to teaching it.
Yeah.
And they can become eventually your employees.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So right now I'm licensed. I'm licensed to teach. I have my educator's license. I have my barber's license. I just need to basically open up the school and get it going.
Sure.
I hold classes here and there, but the school is going to let me do it on a larger platform.
Let me ask this question. Funny that you brought this up yourself, because that was my next question about when you said something about as a barber, you run to a lot of people, you do not know who, when, and how. So have you ever gone through an instance where, some person left a certain impact on you, and you still remember that? See, sometime we run through some stories, we go through some individuals that they leave an impact. We cannot forget what they said or what happened to them or their life story. Any of that nature that happened in your store that really taught you a lesson and stuff like that? Really?
Yeah, I've been cutting hair for 12 years. There's endless stories I can bring up right now, to be honest. There's a lot of things that we can talk about, but
let's say the most upstanding one, the most Impactful one.
You know, it's tough to say, but the one that impacted me the most
Uh-huh.
that I can think of in the back of my mind, there was this time, you know, a long time ago, before I ever had my shop. I used to cut some kid's hair. He was like between 11, 12 years old, I think, you know, maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah, he was in a wheelchair, and
Okay.
he couldn't walk or anything. You know, he was born that way, disabled.
Yeah.
And he used to come in like once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, get his hair cut by me. He'd only wait for me.
Okay.
His dad used to bring him in. He'd wait for me. So we and him would sit down, we'd talk, and we'd have like discussions about, like, you know, I ask him how his school is, you know, like how's life going, family, this, that. We have our good like 20, 30-minute chat, and he
Cool.
always liked it. It was always a good time.
Nice.
So he looked forward to it. So every 2, 3 weeks he'd come in, try to he'd get his haircut, we'd have that talk. So you know, over time I just got really, really busy, and then I opened up my place, and I didn't really have the time to cut his hair anymore, only because like of how busy I was. And like I remember I kind of pushed him onto one of my barbers with me. I asked him if he wanted to cut with him. He said, yeah, sure, why not? And then he started cutting with the guys that work with me. So Sundays I used to close up the shop early on Sundays. And then I remember every Sunday I used to lock up, and the guy, the kid that I was talking about, he was in his wheelchair. He would, you know, ride past me. Right before I locked up, he'd walk past me and then say hi to me. And then I'd say hi. I didn't think nothing of it because he lived nearby the shop, you know.
Okay.
So he'd ride by. He'd say hi to me. He'd leave, and I said hi. I'd hop in my car and I'd go. And that was like the first Sunday. The second Sunday it happened. The same thing. He'd walk by he'd ride by before I lock up. He'll wait for me there. He'll see me. Hi, how are you, Al? How's it going? Boom, and he'll leave, you know. And then it happened like 2, 3, 4 Sundays. And like the fourth Sunday, I really thought about it. I'm like, why is this guy here every Sunday waiting for me just to say hi to me? I'm like, is it really that big of a coincidence? Like every Sunday he's here, right? He knows what time I lock up. So I used to always be in a hurry, you know? So like, you know, I always had somewhere to go, attend to, you know, when you see family, friends, whatever it is, you're getting off work, you want to go take care of whatever you got to take care of. So I remember I was locking up the shop, and I saw him coming from the corner, you know? And he was riding by me, and then when I was locking up the shop, and then it hit me. I'm like, this kid waits for me every Sunday to lock up just so he can sit with me, just so he can say hi to me and hopefully have a conversation with me. But I'm always in such a hurry that I don't have time to stop and talk to him anymore, so I just jump in my car and leave, right? Because he remembers the conversations that we used to have, and he remembers the relationship that we had with each other.
Sure.
So I remember that Sunday when it finally hit me, I'm like, yo, this guy really comes all the way out here on Sunday just to wait for me. I locked up, and I canceled all my plans. I didn't answer my phone or anything. I sat there with him in front of the shop, and we just talked for hours. We just talked about like life and how everything's been with him and how he's been after, you know, going into high school and all that. We had a really good talk, and then, you know, he said bye and I said bye, got my car and left. But that caught me. I'm like, no matter how busy I get, no matter how like where life takes me and like how caught up I might get and all in the mix, always remember, like, you know, you gotta keep ties with the people that are close to you. You know, you have people, you have relationships, you know, relationships that people value. You know, I can't let
especially if someone is valuing you too.
Yeah, like he valued our conversations.
Exactly.
And I didn't realize how important it was to him until that one day where it clicked. I'm like, this guy really comes all the way out here on Sunday just to talk to me. So it kind of humbled me in a way, and it just told myself to calm down, relax. Life is short, and appreciate the little things in life. Sure. You know, and not always constantly chase.
That's a major lesson that so many people often take for granted, and unfortunately so many people have to deal with its tragic consequences because we don't know when something might happen, you know. I mean, God forbid. God bless you, your loved ones. God bless everybody's loved ones, and you know, I mean, but at the end we are not controlling what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why, as you said, that's a very meaningful story, by the way. I mean, you know, it shows that, you know, despite everything, he paid the effort to come and say hello to you. You didn't notice it the first couple of times, not because you were a bad guy by any means, but, you know, you just
caught up in
did
life.
not, exactly. I mean, you did not, but then you thought about it, and here we go. You sat down and you talked. Yeah. And what happened to him right now, by the way, if you mind me asking?
What happened to what?
I mean, what happened to him right now? I mean,
he's still around. He's still around. I don't want to say any names.
No,
I'm just saying,
not for name, but I'm just saying.
Of course, I'm just saying.
So come see you.
He still comes around. He still comes by the shop. I still say hi to him. He says hi to me, just like the usual, you know. But
nice.
Yeah, our talks probably aren't as detailed as they used to be either, but you know, I still take the time out of my day to
Nice.
give him a little bit more than a hello when I see him, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's nice. Before we go on to the commercial break, Ali, we have to touch on important part as well of your life that reflects trustworthy. It's not for the fame's sake, but you know, when people in that nature, like football players or like professional players, basketball players, you know, reach out to you and say, hey, we have, you know, we have heard about you and we'd like to give you a shot, and then eventually, you know, a lot of them, if not almost the entire team, let's say the Lions, for example, Detroit Lions, you know, eventually you are their official barber.
Yeah.
So what is your experience with that?
You know, you know, I've been cutting hair for a while. People see my work. I display my work on my Instagram.
Sure.
You know, Barber L313. Everybody knows that Instagram page in my community, at least. And when people look up, you know, local barbers, they see my work. I feel like it's about your kind of your social media is like your advertising for yourself. You know,
It's you.
It's me. You know,
It's basically you're reflecting yourself.
Exactly. So I post a lot of my work on there. People see my work.
Sure.
You know, if they like it, they reach out. Most of the time, you know, people are impressed with the things I do, and the work that I put out. So they'll reach out. You know, they'll send me a message, they'll email, or yeah, you know, usually just DM me, and they'll tell me like, yeah, I need to cut this day, whatever it is. You know, I've got some really big name players or big name people that I've cut before, and I've got some, you know, just average C-list celebrities, and people reach out, and you know, we make it happen. And whether I go out to their house or whether they come out to the shop, it's always a good time. You know, it's fun meeting new people and all that.
Awesome. When they come over to your shop,
Yeah.
you know, does it give you a certain feeling, like, you know, like, look who's in my shop, or is
No, I
it
think
is it the same? Or?
Yeah, I think I felt that like one time, you know, like
Yeah.
when I met Jerome Bettis.
Yes.
You know, Jerome Bettis came out, him and all of his security guards, and it was like a really big thing. They came like four like black trucks, and they all hopped out. Looked like it was Secret Service, you know. So when they came in, everybody in the shop was like, "Who's this guy? What's going on?" Because him and all of his bodyguards came in together. It was a big scene, but you know, that was probably like, you know, like the biggest thing. But usually people come in, like no matter how famous they are, or like, you know, who they are, I just treat them as people.
It's about the person.
Yeah,
It's
you
about
know,
the human being.
Exactly.
And
you know.
acting like a human.
Definitely.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue that talk. I mean, just given the fact that our community, and just like another community, our members, you know, in the community are fully into football and basketball. That's why, you know, we will talk a bit more about that, and then we, you know, the last part of the show, we're talking about the community more and see your future and stuff like that. But before we continue, we're gonna go out for a little commercial break, and then we'll be back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to the Spot of Hope, and we're continuing this show with Ali Alhashemi from the Uppercuts Barbershop.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Big Al,
My man.
right?
Yes, sir.
That's good. So before the break, we're talking about the celebrities, and thanks, guys, by the way, for the great feedback and the great comments on Facebook. I appreciate it. Ali, we're talking about celebrities. So Jerome Bettis, obviously he's a Hall of Famer, football player. You know, walking your shop, you go to so many houses. You've got Andre Drummond, and Andre is a big name in the NBA. I mean, mainly Detroit, but also you know, I mean, he's well known nationwide. You know, I mean, to what he does and stuff like that. So you said that really doesn't really make any difference, but from a career-wise, from a professional, when you see yourself, could be the only one. Are you the only one in Dearborn who does that, by the way? Like who gets?
No, there's a few barbers out here. You know,
But you are one of the few.
one of the few, definitely.
But
yeah.
being young, and I'm so happy for you. That's what
Thank you,
I'm
man.
kind of reflecting on this situation. I mean, being young and
Yeah.
you know that's really awesome. You know,
Appreciate it.
who do you wish to give a haircut? By the way, who's the one person that you wish? Say, man, I wish I could give that guy a haircut.
That's an easy question. So I'm a big sports fan. You know,
Okay.
I really like basketball. I would love to cut maybe LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm a big LeBron fan. You know, I think it would be cool to chop it up with him.
Did you try to reach out? I mean, like, did you try?
I mean, he's on a different scale. Like, you know, you can't reach
No, of
out like
course,
on
yeah.
social media. He's probably not going to see or anything. You know, it's usually with guys like that, like A-list celebrities, you got to know a guy that knows a guy. You know.
Yeah.
And he's got a pretty dope barber right now. You know,
But I bet you if you put if you stream a short video on Instagram or
Yeah.
somewhere and you know displaying your awesome you know skills,
Yeah.
you know I'm pretty sure that the community here and I'm pretty sure all the communities, so I'm pretty sure they will tag along and will make sure that you know your voice will be heard. And that would be
That's
awesome
cool.
to see.
That would be really awesome, to be honest, you know. But like, I just like to, you know, just cut hair, you know,
Sure.
post my work, and I feel like whoever likes to,
It will happen.
well, yeah, whoever wants to reach out to me will reach out to me. And,
It will happen.
Yeah, it's just
But nothing
whatever.
wrong with trying to. I mean, that's nice also to chase.
course, of
you know,
course.
I mean, you know,
course.
your dreams. Is that the only guy that you like to give a haircut?
No, I mean, there's a lot of people I'd like to cut, you know. You know, like there's a lot of people I'd like to meet. You know, one person I would love to meet is like former President Barack Obama. I think he's a really cool person. I would like to meet. You know, there's a few people out there. Yeah.
Moving forward, you've got family. Are you married, by the way?
Not married, no.
No,
Mm-mm.
not married.
Not yet,
So
not yet.
is this a public announcement for anyone who's interested?
No, not that either. No. One day,
yet?
inshallah, one day.
Inshallah, one day. Inshallah, one day. Do you visit overseas, by the way?
Yeah, I went back home to Iraq a few times. I went there about 3 times before.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I went was in 2011 though. It's been a while.
Oh wow. Okay, 8 years. Well, we are going to shift a little bit back to the community. So thank God you're successful. You're on even more of a successful path. Third shop, inshallah, 10 more,
Inshallah.
and 20 more, and 30 more, inshallah, why
Inshallah.
not? What's next? So are you planning on keep on working, or you
You
know,
know,
open up the barber school and
Yeah.
just manage everything, or eventually have your own manager and you'll be sitting there and just you know drive from one place to the other just to watch things? Maybe open up a non-profit because you do have that humanitarian touch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, what's your next?
So right now, like another company that I've been working on is the Groomed Man hair products. So I have my own hair product line. It's
you have one?
Yeah, I have my own hair product line.
What is it called?
The Groomed Man, TGM.
The groomsman.
Yeah, the Groomed. M-E-D.
Oh, groomed man. Oh, sorry.
Groomed
Okay.
Man, TGM.
Okay.
I've got shampoo, conditioner, body wash,
Okay.
hair gel, pomade, lip balm for both men and women. you know?
Okay.
So my product is really cool because it's all organic.
Nice.
And it's actually great for people's hair. You know,
Nice.
it's not none of that. It's all.
Did you make it
sulfate-free.
yourself?
I started with a company that made it for me. You know, I
Okay.
have chemists, not myself. You know, I have chemists that work in a lab. They made it for me.
Sure.
And then
No, I mean the idea. Like, did you come up with the idea yourself,
100%,
or somebody
I knew what I wanted.
suggested it? And
No, the idea was mine because like all my clients would always like when I cut their hair, they'll always tell me, "Al, give me a product. What's a product that I can put in my hair that will make my hair fall out?" You know?
Okay.
And I hear that all the time. Like people tell me, "Give me a good product," and I didn't know what to tell them because I knew that all the stuff that I was giving people might work well, but in reality, it's junk because it's got all harmful ingredients. You know?
Okay.
So I wanted to create a product that I could stand behind 100% when it comes to selling it to my clients. Something that would work great, hold great, you know, just do the job,
Sure.
but
Beneficial,
also work
yeah.
good for you. You know, all
Healthy.
organics, got the good vitamins in it, good, you know, like your coconut oils, your aloe veras, all that good stuff, and just stay away from all the harmful ingredients. So I did. I made
do you
something.
sell that?
Definitely, we sell it. Yeah, we have it online, tgmstyle.com. We have it, you know, in a couple stores, a couple beauty supplies, you know, but we're growing. And like, going back to what you originally asked me, one day I would like to not take a break from cutting hair, but just, you know, just focus a little bit more time on the brand itself, just growing it. because growing like a hair product brand is really hard because it requires a lot of attention.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of attention. In my city, it's doing great, but if you wanted to reach globally or nationwide,
Sure.
it's going to require a lot of attention, a lot of time.
Of course,
nationwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
Maybe if I got to a point where I wouldn't have to cut hair so much, I would invest a little bit more of my time into my hair products. But all in all, I never want to stop cutting hair. I started for a reason. I loved it, and I feel like that's the reason for my success is because I am so passionate about what I do. So I'll never, so to answer your question, I don't think I'll ever stop cutting hair. I don't want to just go hop around from store to store, But I love the business aspect of it. I do want to own a few more stores. I do want to. I have investments in a couple other places right now, and I fell in love with business management. I started off as a barber. Now I'm just all about business. I love it, and I don't plan on slowing down at all with all my investments. But at the same time, I'm trying to do it all. I'm trying to cut hair, trying to keep everything going, and just
that's great.
Take it from there.
So, beside having the actual hair product, from a sales perspective, are you also, considering maybe commercials? Because that might get you to where you want to get.
Yeah, commercials are going to be important. All the advertising is going to be important. Again, like I said, it's
like you be in a commercial, giving it a shot, would be nice.
Yeah,
Big L,
That'd be cool. I mean, I'd probably stay away from the camera. I'd like to have. I don't know about all that, but. Commercials are very important, of course. All that is tied with advertising. The product's not going to grow itself. I've got to push. I've got to do all the things. So,
sure.
It's on the agenda.
Yes, nice. I mean, at least you've got strong social media support and big platform because that's very important nowadays. I mean, that's obviously how you have accumulated all this success thus far, or part of the success, of course, beside your hard work and commitment. We're not saying no to that, but also I'm just talking about the marketing aspect and piece of it. That's really how you did it. We're going to come back to you, Ali, but let me give a shout out to our audience. Thank you so much for all the comments. Great feedback. Ali is a big spot of hope, and he is a crystal clear model to success and perseverance. Big shout out to What's Up Media Network. Without you, What's Up Media Network, we can't really shed the light on such positive and great stories. And without the great sponsors, all sponsored of What's Up Media Network, Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mushahad Plus. All you gotta do is get in touch with the What's Up Media Network staff and get free membership for a whole week. Also, a big shout out to a Spot of Hope sponsors, Ali Sharara from Central 21, Sam Baidoun, Wayne County Commissioner, and Central 21 as well as Marwan Faraj, our dear brother from Limo Express. Thank you all also for your support and encouragement. Ali, we're going to come back to you. So, mashallah, you said it, you've got it all. Cutting hair products, possibility of a barber school.
Yeah.
Inshallah, more and more in the community, giving back, charities, as much as you can.
Definitely.
What's next?
What's next? Just try to reach each milestone to its full potential. I'm not done. So I still got a lot of work to do. I'm still growing the brand. I still want to see it go even further. I want to see all my brands go further. So. I'm just gonna keep on grinding, putting in the time and see, try to hopefully one day.
When you will feel like, yes, I've got what I wanted.
That's a bad mindset to have, because you should never be comfortable. You should never be like, okay, well, I'm done. I got what I got, because that's when you stop and that's when you slow down, And I feel like life is just a story, and you write your own story. So you should always just keep pushing until you just run out of things to do. Till life basically just slows you down. But nothing's slowing me down right now. So I'm just gonna keep on going. Just keep on going.
You keep on going.
Yeah.
You'll never give up, and you will never obviously back off from a fight.
No, any struggle, I'm ready to take it on. Face to face, I'll take on whatever life throws at me.
So now people are witnessing the product that you have been working on for the past 12 years. When I say product, I mean great commitment, hard work,
my brand,
and basically your brand. But what were the utmost standing obstacle or obstacle that stood your way that people do not know. So you've got so many friends, you've got a great deal of audience on Facebook and Instagram and all over the place, and thousands of people, if not tens of thousands of people, know you, and they are, happy for you.
Yeah.
But what is it that, one thing that people did not know that Al faced,
Gotcha.
on his way to success?
Yeah, so you brought up social media. Social media is cool because you get to portray a lifestyle that you're living, whether you're actually living that lifestyle or not.
Yes.
So I can basically just put on a front in front of everybody and act like I'm this and I'm that, even if I'm not. So social media is tough to judge someone's life by. Someone, because not everyone's gonna show you the bad things they go through, only the good things. Usually that's what people do. They post their success all the time, and people think, oh well, this person's got it made, or this person's got everything set for them. Not knowing what they had to go through or what struggles they had to endure to get to where they're at. So, in my case, like with all the employees I have, and just things I've accomplished, it was really tough because as easy as it was for me to be a barber and progress every day and get better at my craft. It was just as hard trying to build the brand from a business standpoint because there are still employees that I have to deal with. There's the business itself, it requires a lot of headache, late nights. There's times where, I was working 12 hours a day.
We're lucky to have you today, by the way.
Huh?
We're lucky to have you today.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
For giving us this exception.
Definitely, yeah. But it's a lot of work. Like I put in I put in 12 hours of work a day for years. I didn't start leaving earlier till the they say the flowers grew.
Right.
Like I was planting for so long, and it's a long path. People don't understand what it takes to manage all these people. Keeping everybody in one room happy. It's a headache. It's hard. It's not for everybody. Anybody who owns a business will tell you. It's a lot of headaches that you're gonna have to deal with, and of course, not everybody sees that. All they see is the success. But everybody should keep in mind. It's not easy, and there's a lot of things you have to go through. To get to where you want to be.
Sure. So obviously, your philosophy in life is being young, meaning more energy. You're not gonna stop anytime soon. You're not planning on stopping anytime soon. What is your ideology in life? What is it that something that you keep following, that when you wake up every day that keeps driving you, besides from work, besides coming to work, cutting hair, and I want to see my brand growing? What drives you today? What drives Al to do what he does? Someone might come into you and say, okay, you don't want to slow down or stop working at all, we get that, but you've got employees while you're acting like you're out of job. So what drives you today? What drives Big Al today?
If I feel like if I slowed down, then everybody that's looking up to me would slow down as well. I have a lot of people that look up to me, aside from my employees.
Young, old, or
general,
everybody?
Yeah, I have siblings, I have close friends, I have people that just look up to me in general in the community. I feel like I'm a big voice for the Iraqi community.
Sure. Big shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, big shout out to the Iraqi community. Yeah,
and to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are counting on me. They want to see me succeed. They don't want to see me fail. And I
Absolutely.
know that for a fact.
That's what all in for you.
Yeah, and a lot of times where I just want to break down and give up, and it happens a lot. Just things get stressful, and the anxiety kicks in, and just life, just kicks you sometimes. I just keep everybody in mind, and I remember how many people are counting on me to succeed, counting on me to make things happen, and I just use that as motivation to keep going. Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And the opposite question: what Big Al most fear?
My biggest fear?
Yes, something that you say, I'm happy, I'm this, I'm that, but I just don't want that thing to happen or even to think about.
That's a tough question, man. I really don't know. I'm one of those people that, if I have a fear, I like to tackle it. I don't like to hide it, if I ever felt like there's something that's scares me or whatever, I like to face it, and I like to solve it, and I make sure that fear goes away. And it's tough. I don't think I have a fear, and it sounds like cliche, but I really don't know. I don't think I have a fear.
No.
Whatever problem comes at me, I just like to solve it. I don't like to hide things. I don't like to avoid things, you know? So if I have something that like I feel like I have hidden in my closet that one day I'm going to have to deal with, I deal with it up front, right there on the spot at the time, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, have you had a blind barber apply to be a barber at your place in the past?
A blind barber? I mean, no, I've never seen it done before. And I don't know how that would work out.
You want to see it happen?
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I don't mind. That would be cool. That would be cool. We'll bring you out here. Just bring maybe have Hassan's here or somebody, you know?
Hassan?
Yeah.
No, come on, man. That's so cruel. I mean, I can try on a dead mouse or something.
Ask him. Oh, okay. Someone's asking me, what are some of the challenges in your industry?
Yeah, that's my next question, by the way. I mean, having a lot of barbers
Yeah.
everywhere, just like hookah bars. Well, not to pick on nobody, but
Yeah. I'm actually invested in hookah shops. I have.
No kidding.
Heads. Yeah, Exotic Heads.
Oh, how did I know?
It's a family business. You know, my brothers. Yeah, we have 2 locations, Exotic Heads. So.
Okay.
But yeah, to answer somebody's question, what are some of the challenges in your industry? Staying on top, I guess. Staying on top. You know, the game's always changing. There's always new hairstyles. There's always new things that are coming out that you have to stay up to date with. You know, and there's a saying that goes, in order to stay on top, and to remain on top, you have to keep climbing.
Sure.
Because, you know, things are always changing and you have to evolve with them.
Yes.
So that's one thing, you know, there's new hairstyles and all that. Yeah, you know, just as
They
long
often
as
say it's hard. It's very hard to reach the top, but it's harder to
stay on
maintain it.
Yeah, that's definitely
So
true.
that competition, that what you mean by that, stay on the top of, you know.
Just stay on top, you know, make sure that you're ahead of the competition in every way. And,
So after a haircut, do you give some warranty?
no warranty, but you know, like, we'll make sure that everybody's happy before they leave. That's a must.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. Some barbers do.
Yeah.
They give 7 to 10 days warranty on their
Yeah.
hair. They say, we don't like it, we're going to come back and give you your hair back, right?
Yeah. No, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, well, we're going to give a 30 seconds break. I'm going to give a shout out to our audience on Facebook and all social media. Thank you for tuning in. Big Al, again, I can't really stress enough my happiness, and I'm so happy for you, and I wish you really much more success.
I appreciate that.
So proud
I
of
appreciate
our
that.
young people, and you are a living proof of what does success mean if you really chase it. Also, big shout out to What's Up Media Network and all the sponsors, Sling Arabic TV, 130 Arabic channels beyond sports. Mashahad Plus, please reach out to What's Up Media Network staff to get 1 free membership for a whole week. Also, big shout out to Lemo Express, Marwan Faraj. These are the Spot of Hope sponsors. Sam Baidoun, Wayne County Commissioner, and Ali Sharara from Century 21. Ali, what do you what is your message to all your competitors? I wonder, do you have a barber club in Dearborn?
A barber club? No,
Yeah.
not really.
Why
no.
don't you establish one?
That would be nice.
Peaceful one.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong
No
with
scissors, no fights.
that. No, I've got a lot of friends out here. You know, I've got barber
Good.
friends out here. I'm cool with everybody. I don't have a problem with anybody.
What's your message to them, though?
A barber club would be fun, but I'm just too busy for all that. But that'd
Yeah.
be cool. I wish somebody else would start it. I'd join it. You know, it'd be cool.
Nice. With all seriousness, what would be your message to all the barbers in the
Competition?
area? Yeah. I mean, like any message, you know, anything you like to.
Yeah. To be honest, I really just hope we all make it. You know, there's enough heads out there for everybody to cut, and you know, I know that for a fact because our shop. I have 2 shops right next door to each other, and sometimes we have to kick people out because of how busy it is. So I just hope everybody else steps their game up, you know, and just does a good job. That takes the load off of us, to be honest. And yeah, you know, just keep putting in hard work. And
Do you think that you motivate other barbers beside that you're successful? Beside that, do you think the other motivator is the fact that, mashallah,
There's
look
a lot
at
of
Al
things.
is busy,
I
let me
know
step up my game, as you said?
I know for a fact I motivate a lot of barbers. They tell me, you know, a lot of people tell me. You know, the ones that don't tell me, they're just because their egos won't let them tell me. But you know, I know for a fact, even the ones that won't mention it, I know I inspired a lot of people. You know, I changed the game in a lot of ways, to be honest. And I know a lot of people, they look up to me and they're inspired by me, which is cool.
Sure.
You know. Yeah.
Before we give you the air to provide your last remark or the final message to the community, kids, parents,
Yeah.
whoever you want to, address it to. Let us talk a little bit about your styles. So you've got your own hair products. Do you have your own haircuts? Like something unique to you, like a haircut that is only
yeah,
strictly. So when I see somebody, well, not me, but when someone sees someone, and then they say, "Oh, this guy got his haircut at Al." For example, I'm saying.
Yeah. So like as far as hairstyle trends, it's hard. It's hard to really have your own because as soon as I would post, like I'd post something, everybody else starts to do it. It's like a trend. So it's hard to really call it yours because then you start seeing everybody doing it. But I think my haircuts stand out. People know the difference when you walk around and you got a haircut by me versus just the average person. You'll know the difference.
And then are all your 17 barbers the same quality like you? So when you have 30, 40 clients, mashallah, in the shop, how many will be waiting for you versus your fellow barbers?
There's times where we have 40 people waiting at the shop, and that's a regular thing.
So basically, like whoever's next go, like do they have a preference? Do they wait? So basically, do you book appointment by like online or app or?
If there's like 40 people in the store, probably only one person is waiting for me just because I work by appointment. All my appointments are online. It's back to back, so
What's your online platform?
It's through the Booksy app. The website is barberl.booksy.net.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where people go to book me. But when the shop is packed, it's not for me.
Sure.
It's for the brand. It's for the brand I created. It's for the guys that work with me. It's for the work that we deliver.
I love how humble you are. I'm trying to corner you, but
you're not gonna get me, man. You're not gonna get me.
I know. You always come back.
I'm
of course, cornering you in a very good way.
I am who I am because the people around me.
That's
awesome. My team is a big part of my life, and my success is their success, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
If they're not doing well, then I'm not doing well.
Teamwork.
Definitely. Teamwork makes a dream work, and that's really important in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me ask you: do these appointments work perfectly? So when someone gets an appointment with you at 10 o'clock in the morning, do they work?
It's funny because my morning appointments, I'm always a little bit late.
Okay.
But a minute or two. So nothing crazy. But throughout the day, I'm always on time. Always on time. My appointments are.
Do you have any issues with that?
3:30? No, not at all.
No issues. Even around the holidays, like Eid and.
Not at all. No, because I'm pretty far booked in advance. Like I have appointments booked for 3 months out. So when people have an appointment with me, they value it. They're not going to be late or miss it because they know it's hard to get a spot.
Because you're valuable.
Yeah, I like to think so. But at the same time, like people know that if they miss this appointment, then it's going to be hard to get another one. So I don't really have a problem with like no shows or people coming late.
If you don't mind sharing your prices.
So our haircut prices at the shop are only a haircut is $15 and hair and beard is $25, and eyebrows are $10, $15 based on wax, thread, whatever it is. But we've got average community prices. My prices are different as a barber, but like all my other barbers have the same prices.
So you are more expensive?
I'm more expensive, yeah. I charge more because of how busy I am.
Okay.
If I charge the same price, I'd probably be booked for a whole year. So my prices went up based on how busy I got, over the years. Like when it would be too hard, when it would be too much people trying to get a haircut with me, and like if you were my client, for example, and you liked your haircut every 2 weeks, it wouldn't be possible for you to come in every 2 weeks because of how many people I had getting a haircut.
Really?
So when I raise my prices, you lose some people, and the people that are willing to pay a little bit more will come back. So that's kind of how it happened, and my prices went up just for that reason.
Awesome. Awesome. Before we conclude, Al, what do you say to the community that empowered you, supported you, and obviously you are giving back now because you're in a state where you can give back. Yeah. And you have been giving back, and this is supposed to be the case with everybody. What is your message to our community, our kids, our parents, our students, everybody?
I want to give a big thank you to everybody. A lot of people in the community really support me. They support my vision. They support what I'm doing. I want to thank everybody because without them, I wouldn't be where I am, nor would any of my shots be successful. And anytime I step into a new endeavor, I have all my people backing me up always. I have loyal followers, loyal fans. I have just good friends, good family in general, and the community really helps me a lot. They stand behind me whenever I go through something or I promote something. So I want to thank everybody. I appreciate them.
of course. Well, we appreciate you, appreciate all that you do. We appreciate your time as well.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for the privilege of your time and efforts that you devoted into today's show.
Definitely.
This show, again, intended to highlight your successful story, your prolific journey, and we wish you nothing but much more success and prosperity. Thank you, Al, for being here. Wish
Thanks
you,
for having
again, much more, of course. Anytime and anything that we can be of any assistance, please do not save any chance to reach out to us because we would love to help in whatever you do as well.
Likewise, likewise.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at the last couple minutes of our show. That I like always to take a moment to thank all our sponsors. Again, thanks to What's Up Media Network, all the sponsors, Sling Arabic TV, over 130 Arabic channels, BM Sports, Mashahada Plus. Please get in touch with the staff of What's Up Media Network so you can get a free membership for a whole week. Big shout out to our A Spot of Hope sponsors, Lamo Express, Marwan Faraj, Sam Baidoun, Wayne County Commissioner, and Century 21 Real Estate Agent, as well as Adi Sharara, Real Estate Agent with Century 21. So guys, stay tuned. Next week, our guest is Al Abdullah, so different Al. Ali Alhashemi today, barber, but Al Abdullah, the real estate agent. He will be with us also. He's got such stunning story to share with the community and with you all. We thank you, our audience. Of course, for you, we would not be able to be successful. Thank you for sharing our videos. Thank you for making our comments. And we'll see you all next Tuesday, God willing. Stay safe and stay warm. Good night.